Hey guys, I'm here with our first sponsor, a book I can't recommend enough, Healthy Made Easy, written by Mitchell Thompson. We've had him on the show. He's the owner of Self-Sustained Training. Great guy. He's given us a book jam-packed with so much information on diet, the effects on the body, what we should be eating. I can't recommend this book enough. Like I said, if you need a guide to starting a healthier diet, living healthier, this book has everything you need to start out. Easy read, jam-packed with information. It's available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Be sure to head over, follow Mitchell Thompson. He's on Instagram, all platforms, Facebook, everything. Check out his documentary. That as well is very eye-opening. Issues in our medical field, how beneficial a healthy diet is. I want to appreciate everybody for supporting the show. And go check it out. All right, cool. Jorge,
Yes, sir.
I finally get you on. Huh?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I appreciate you coming on. I've been wanting to get you on. Marcelo Garcia black belt. You
Yes,
don't come
sir.
across too many of those in your lifetime.
Oh,
So I'm excited to talk with you today and kind of get to know you, kind of get a backstory behind Rilion Gracie's coach right
yeah.
now here in Kansas City.
It's like everybody, I think that my life is not kind of interesting,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes people talk to me and they say like, "Oh, you are a Taekwondo black belt, or you are
Mhm.
Jiu-Jitsu black belt. You were like a coach for your country. You are Marcelo Garcia black belt. You start Jiu-Jitsu, different academy.
Yeah.
So maybe for people can I be, kind of interesting, but
Yeah.
it's not for me.
Well, it's definitely not a
I don't
normal
know
life.
why.
Everything you just named right now is not a normal life. So you are from...
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for coming. So you're from Argentina, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
I am from Argentina.
So you were
yes.
born and raised in Argentina, right?
Exactly. Yes.
When did you come over to the United States?
I'm started to come to United States maybe 16 years ago.
Okay.
Or maybe 15 years ago. It was kind of weird reason why, because I was coach on my country on Taekwondo.
Mhm.
I have 6 stripe on my black belt. It's supposed that I have to maybe 8 at this time, but I'm kind of quit or stop because I'm started to be interested in jiu-jitsu.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, this is gonna be a little bit hard for me to do Taekwondo, jiu-jitsu in my regular life,
Yeah.
So, and then I stopped for a while, but people from Taekwondo, kind of master Taekwondo, they start to call me, Jorge, we need you. It's going to be important. It's going to be very important for our country if you can be a coach, for our team.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was kind of back and forth, with the jiu-jitsu and Taekwondo.
Mm-hmm.
So it was maybe, I've been in Taekwondo for maybe 45, 47 years.
Really?
Because, yes, I'm start my martial art career when I was my 8 years old.
Oh, okay.
And I started with judo and karate.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, when I was my 10 years old, I started Taekwondo.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing for me, because at that time I saw the magazine with Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, and a lot of people famous.
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I would like to learn this,
Yeah.
And then I started Taekwondo because at that time, my uncle, he told me, hey, I have something for you. And then he said, okay, you have to come with me. And then I started judo. And after that, I started on karate. And after that, Taekwondo. When I start Taekwondo, I say, oh my God, this is what I want to do for my life, for my whole life, And then that's the reason why that I start with the martial art.
Does anybody in your family do martial arts other than you?
No, boxing. I
Boxing?
have, yes. I mean, my uncle, they were professional boxer.
Mm-hmm.
They are really good.
Mm-hmm.
That was, long times ago. And for me, there was the fight, every kind of sport,
Mm-hmm.
kind of fight sport, I love it since I was really young.
Right. Right.
Right now is my favorite.
Yeah.
My always was my favorite. Sport.
Boxing is?
Boxing, taekwondo, jiu-jitsu,
Oh, so you like them all?
grappling, everything. MMA, I can see everything.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. So you were pretty young when you started. You said karate was one of your first ones?
When I was, yes, it was 8 years old.
Uh-huh.
Yes. My dad, he passed away.
Oh,
and then my uncle, he said, hey, you want to come with me? And then he put me inside, the martial art.
To kind of get discipline, training,
exactly.
all that?
Yeah.
So why did you switch out of karate in, what else was it that you did?
Karate and judo.
Karate and judo. Why did you go to taekwondo?
And then taekwondo, because we try to see, let me see what is this, let me see what is that. I am talking about 45 years ago.
Yeah. Long time.
Yes, long time. Now you don't have to think about, okay, he started 45 years ago, how old is him? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, I get it. Now that's cool. So taekwondo though is what stuck. That's kind of what you fell in love with.
Yeah.
Taekwondo.
And taekwondo was, what a lot of people ask me many times, because they know that I am black belt. I mean, I got my black belt with Marcelo Garcia, right? That's just very important for me. It was kind of a dream come true.
Yeah, in jiu-jitsu,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm studying taekwondo, I know more taekwondo than jiu-jitsu and everything else, because I did it for, like I said, maybe more than 45 years. And I was competing a lot, for my whole life. I was international champion, national champion 5 times, South American champ, Pan Am champ twice, and then I decided to quit with the competition, and then I started to kind of my career as coach,
right?
And my idea was to try to my students be better than me. That was my idea always, and I did it because one of my students at that time, black belt, taekwondo black belt, he's a world champ. After that, I start to be coach for different person for different academy, not from my academy. And then I went to the Capo Mundial, like Poland, Russia, Belarus, Greece. I was for South American and Pan American competition, Canada, Brazil. So, and we got a lot of medal, I coached people, they were world champ.
Yeah.
That was very, very important, I remember the last time I was in Russia, I guess. It was 32 medals for our country. That was amazing.
Really?
That was really amazing. It was a very good experience for me,
Yeah. Can you explain to me Taekwondo? Like, when you compete, what is it that like, what is Taekwondo when you're competing? What are they doing? What's the objective?
Well, this is kind of for long. This kind of take long time to explain, but I want to try to be kind of short.
Yeah, short
right?
with it. Yeah.
So Taekwondo is the art that you can use your hand and your leg to kick and punch.
Right.
But at the same time, because it's a martial art, we have something like you can call on karate like kata or something like that. People don't understand what it means. We call tool because it's from Korea. Okay, so Taekwondo in the beginning was something that General Choi, he was the creator of Taekwondo, right?
Okay.
He promoted me with my first stripe. I saw him personally, and I took a seminar with him before he passed away.
Who is that? General
Choi Hong-hee. He's the creator
of Taekwondo.
Yes.
Really?
So, and I saw him. I was with him.
That's crazy.
That was very, very important for me in my life.
I bet.
So, and then you can see the tool. That's the way that you can learn the technique, kind of perfect. because it's not just punch. You have to know how you can close your hand when you want to put your thumb or your thumb, right?
Thumb, yeah.
Yeah. So how you can move your arm, how you can, explain everything. And then after that, you're going to use the same technique in the regular fight, But at first, I think that is the best way that you can learn the technique. You remember my classes on Jiu-Jitsu, right? If you remember, I try to explain every detail. Mm-hmm. Because for me, every detail is very important. And I don't like to complete the technique. I like to show you guys the first movement, the second one, the third one, and then complete the technique. Right. It's kind of the same thing when you start to punch. Why you rotate your hand? Why? Because you had to use your shoulder to be strong. How you can move your body. I think that Taekwondo has that is my opinion. One of the best things that Taekwondo has is discipline and the movement in Taekwondo. Right. If you think about Conor McGregor, maybe people doesn't like. It's not everybody like Conor McGregor. Yeah. But he was on Taekwondo.
Oh, was he?
Yes.
I thought he had a karate background.
Yeah, no, he was on Taekwondo.
Really?
Okay. Even I think that Taekwondo is a really good tool to start. And then you can, with Taekwondo, you have to adapt the Taekwondo for MMA. That's what the people don't understand. The problem, in my opinion, oh my gosh, this is not a good thing, but it's the politician, The politician is everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
And then sometimes, in my opinion, you have to be careful when you promote somebody. You can see right now around the world a lot of, black belt and different martial art, not just Taekwondo, different martial art.
Right.
They got the black belts quick. Mm-hmm. You need to spend time on the mat.
Would you say, though, that Taekwondo gets kind of a bad rap because there's more people promoted faster?
Yes, but not everywhere.
Okay.
Not everybody. Some people.
Yeah, some people. Because in jiu-jitsu, I feel like it's more difficult to fake being a black belt than it would be in Taekwondo.
You can get your black belt in Taekwondo in 5 years. Yeah. 5 years.
Do you think that's enough time?
Depend. You train 5 times a week.
Right.
You have discipline.
Yeah. If you catch on faster.
Yeah. You have the talent.
Compete more. Yeah.
Yes. I think this is good time. Because Taekwondo is kind of repetition, Jiu-Jitsu, for example, right now, if I go to one academy, I can learn one technique that maybe I never saw. Or maybe it's a different way that you can see the technique.
Oh, so there's
But in Taekwondo,
more.
You have side kick, Dolio Chagi is kind of high kick, you call high kick, or you have a back kick. It's kind of maybe 5, 6 technique, and you have to repeat.
And perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the tools is hard because it's so technical.
Right.
It's really hard. Man, I really love Taekwondo so much. I really love Taekwondo so much. So, but like I said, sometimes you are in the academy when you promote and you got your black belt in a year and a half, because sometimes it's the money, but it didn't happen on my country, and at least in the academy when I started, So my Taekwondo academy was kind of serious.
Yeah.
And I got my partner, my training partner. They was so really good.
How was it growing up in Argentina? How was life over there?
Oh, right now, man.
No, when you were growing up.
I don't remember. I was so young.
Yeah. You don't remember a little bit of memories here and there?
School,
stuff like that? No?
Not really.
Because I'm asking because since you've been in martial arts at such a young age, sometimes when kids are young, they get bullied. They have confidence issues, or they want to act tough, so they bully other people, you know?
And that happened for I don't know, man, all time,
Yeah.
everywhere, all
Yeah.
time.
So you being in martial arts at such a young age, did that help you growing up?
That helped me a lot to put my mind just on martial art
Mm-hmm.
because,
Stay out of trouble. Yeah.
yes, like everywhere, kind of a regular neighborhood or neighbor,
Mm-hmm.
right? Neighbor?
Neighborhood. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like you have a lot of people, a lot of kids. The bullying is everywhere.
Yeah.
But I never was thinking about that because I never think about, okay, I had to go to the party tonight. I would like to do this. I would like to smoke that. I would like to drink this. No, my focus was just martial art.
Yeah.
Because for me, it was really important and I love it. I really love it to do that, On my mind was I want to be the best in the world. And then if you want to be the best in the world, you had to train and you had to focus and put your mind just in one thing. Taekwondo. That was on, at that time, right?
But I'm sure you went to school at your academy. There was guys who trained, but still probably got into trouble or, did the normal teenager life, early adulthood life, How did you become so disciplined? Like what helped you?
Man, you know what? To be honest with you, I don't remember a situation like that with one of my students. To be honest, I don't remember that.
Really?
But probably they have. I used to have maybe 30, 100 students on Taekwondo. There was a lot.
Yeah.
But I never heard something like that. He was fighting in the street or he has a problem in the street. Or,
scoot up just a little.
So I don't remember that, but
remember.
I think it's maybe because I talk with my student, I feel like I had to talk with my student. I had to say, guys, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. You can hurt somebody so bad. You use your elbow, you kick somebody in the head, in the face, you can hurt bad somebody.
Yeah. That's my biggest thing too. And I try to explain to people, the older I get, the more I understand, because when you're young, you'll fight anybody. You don't care.
Yeah.
But you don't think about if you hit somebody wrong, if that person gets hits their head off the concrete or something, something could happen. Somebody could die.
Yeah.
And that's a scary
absolutely.
thing,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I remember one day one of my friend, he's a big guy, strong guy. He told me one day, please show me that takedown. And I said, no, I can't show you this takedown because I know that you like to fight.
Yeah.
And you can hurt somebody. It was like go under, pick up, and put on the ground. If you do something like that in the concrete,
oh yeah,
something bad is gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
people don't think about that, and then you're in prison for a murder.
Yes.
And that person's dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I am the coach.
Yeah. I get it.
I would like to come back to the Taekwondo that I was talking a little bit.
Yeah.
So something that I want to say is like Taekwondo kind of a martial art is really strong. Taekwondo has a really strong technique, but the competition changed a lot.
Oh, really?
Because you cannot use your elbow, you cannot kick with your heel in the face just to protect to the other person. That's the idea, to don't hurt. Because the Taekwondo thing, if you are black belt, you have to control your technique. And then you can punch, you can kick. And then that's the reason why the people see Taekwondo, they say, Taekwondo,
It's like point sparring.
Yeah. But if you want you can go like full fight. People from Taekwondo, the good competitor, good fighter, they can hurt you so bad.
Who are some of your favorites? Do you have any favorites right now or in
Taekwondo?
the past? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to put you on the spot.
No, man, you know what? Paul Charmaine, there was 5 or 6 time world champ.
Okay.
He was my favorite. I fought with him.
Oh, really?
Yes, I lost.
Where's he from?
He's from Canada.
Oh, okay.
I lost. We draw, and then he won. you know.
Okay.
But for me, it was kind of a dream come true, you know. So to fight with the best in the world,
I bet.
you know. So, but what I learned at that time was, I remember I was working a lot for me and my students to be able to pay the tickets to go to Canada to compete in the Pan Am, you know, competition. So, and then I was working a lot to be able to pay everything for my student to help them. And then when I was there, and then it was my turn to compete, I remember I heard like Jorge Pinto in the blue corner. And then I heard one of my students, they had to fight in the other area. And then I heard the other student had to, it was like, you know, it was not my best performance.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. Stressful. Yeah.
Yes, I tried to
were
see
all over.
my student right there. I tried to pay attention, and I was in front of me.
And you were
my
competing
Taekwondo
as well,
hero,
right? Yeah.
my you know, my favorite fighter in the world, you know.
Yeah,
So,
that's
but
crazy.
Argentina has very good competitor, very good, like Guillermo Alvarado, Mario Jaur, Ricardo Riedo, Eugenio Favalli. I can say the name because, you know, they are, I love that people, you know. And there are a lot of people more. Andre Faciano, a lot of people, man. It's a lot. Argentina has a very good competitor on Taekwondo.
So why did Taekwondo kind of get popular in Argentina? Is that one of the most popular, or other martial arts?
I think so. We have,
they gravitated more
Argentina
towards...
is one of the, I think is Korea, Russia, and then Argentina is the most kind of popular, you know,
for Taekwondo.
Yes, it's a lot of people trying Taekwondo. Right now, the Jiu-Jitsu start to be, I mean, a couple years ago, Jiu-Jitsu start to be popular too, you know.
Right. Seems like everywhere. It's Jiu-Jitsu
everywhere, right?
When do you think, like in the last 10 years, Jiu-Jitsu's gotten really popular?
I think so, but not that much on my country, you know. For my country, it was kind of a new things, you know. So, but I think maybe, yes, 10 years ago, start to go fast and fast. Even right now, to be honest with you, sometimes it's kind of hard to explain or teach, you know, because the jiu-jitsu go fast right now. Fast.
Yeah.
And you need to know, if you like gi, you need to know a lot of technique with gi to be able to attack or defend, you know. The same thing with no gi. Now leg lock, you know, I was talking about leg lock, right? Yeah. You had to get ready. Right now is, you know, when I first started, I didn't see video on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, it was like you go to the academy, you learn the technique, and you train.
Yeah.
You know, you drill with your training partner, and you had to try to remember the technique.
Yeah.
You know, right now you can put YouTube. Okay, let me see half guard. Let me see a city guard. Let me see. You can see everything. On my opinion, YouTube to see video is really good.
Yeah.
But you need to go to the academy.
Yeah.
Take classes with your coach and ask him about the technique that is maybe interesting for you, or maybe you need to know something else, you know. But people sometimes they watch video all the time, go to the academy and try it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe, again, it's my opinion. I think people like me or people that they have kind of more than 10 years on training, they can see the video on YouTube. They can understand everything. He want to watch the video like me, maybe 100 times, maybe more, to be able to, okay, let me see again. Oh, okay, this hand is going to be here. What happened? He's break my grip. Okay, let me go back. People watch like this. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, my gosh, I love this one.
They watch too much.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the point. No,
and lack of experience. So it's going to be hard to kind of do the move if you're a white belt or if you're even a blue belt, probably, you know, it's too advanced, you know.
Exactly.
So you got to go in, you got to train with your coach, learn the fundamentals first,
Exactly.
show the coach what you're trying to do. He may say, you don't even
100%.
need to worry about that. You
Yeah.
need to do this first.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I
In
get
my
what you're saying.
country, I remember
Mhm.
it was like something like, okay, old school, new school. People like berimbolo, people doesn't like berimbolo. So
Mhm.
for me, jiu-jitsu, I love jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
If the berimbolo works, it works. If you jiu-jitsu is basic, it works, it works.
Right.
You had to figure out what is the best for you. But in my opinion, you had to try to learn everything, because maybe something that is not good for you is good for your student.
Mhm.
If you put your student in a competition, it's because you like competition.
Right.
So you had to teach.
Mhm.
Maybe you like city guard, and then you teach city guard all the time, and you can be kind of expert on city guard. But what happened if the other person pull and the close guard? You can play city guard.
Yeah.
You had to lose something else, and then that's the reason why more tool you have is more possibility for you to attack or escape.
Right. Would you say that you should, as a I don't know how to word this, to be good at jiu-jitsu, you should have probably a handful of moves you should perfect?
Like what?
Like, should you try to learn everything
Yeah.
as much as you can?
Yeah.
Or should you try to find moves that gravitate to you and perfect those?
Okay.
Only maybe like
You know
5
what?
or 10 moves,
I never thought that you wanna ask a question so interesting like that.
Hey,
It's a joke.
you ain't got no faith in me?
It's a joke, right?
You ain't got no faith in me,
You know
Jorge?
me. You know me. So, but this is very good and very interesting question. So for me, I think depend of the person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think on my opinion, my mind, I like a lot Marcelo Garcia's style.
Mm-hmm.
I try to learn everything, and I try to do the best as I can the Marcelo Garcia style.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean that for example, Marcelo, they don't play lasso guard, because he said, I have the short leg.
Yeah.
If you want to learn lasso, you can go to the Marcos Tinoco classes. That was at that time in New York, when I was training with Marcelo. So you want to learn half guard, deep half, go to train with Bernardo Faria. But what happened? It was Bernardo Faria, Marcos Tinoco, Marcelo Garcia, Paul Trainer, Mateus Diniz. All those guys was teaching in the same academy.
Really?
And different style. And then you have everything.
That's awesome.
That was awesome. But that was the biggest academy.
And you were there at the time?
Yes, I was there training there. Yeah, for a long time. Yes, for a long time.
That's crazy.
Even Marcos, hi Marcos. Marcos Tinoco, he's my friend. He teach me a lot.
Really?
And he was on my country for teaching seminar. He's a really good at lasso. Oh my gosh, he's really good. You had to check it out.
Well, let's take a step back real quick. So you were touring the world for being a Taekwondo coach. Yes. for the country of Argentina.
Yes, sir.
Right. So what was that? Is that like the Olympic? Like what is that?
That is ITF.
ITF.
ITF, International Taekwondo Federation.
Oh,
it was created for the General Choi.
Okay.
So, and then it was kind of, you had to qualify on your country. You had the quali. If you want to be on the team.
Oh,
but a lot of the time, people, competitor, very important competitor from my country, they said it's harder to qualify in Argentina than go and compete in the Mundial. Because if you go to the Mundial, maybe people like from China, they play more Kung Fu than Taekwondo. And we have more experience than Chinese competitor, or maybe different country. They don't have Taekwondo. There's kind of a new, sport or new martial art. And then Russia, Korea, Argentina, Belarus, there are big name, on Taekwondo.
So then
but in my country, you had to qualify.
you compete with other countries, right?
Yeah.
And then
And
there's a championship somewhere?
Yes, you can be world champ.
Where's the world championship at? Is it in a certain country, or where do they host that at?
Depend.
Oh, it changes.
Yeah, it changes. Sometimes it's Greece, sometimes Europe, sometimes South America, sometimes it's different.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this on TV? Is
it
televised?
Right now it's on YouTube,
YouTube.
YouTube.
Okay. And so they wear the headgear, gloves.
That is different. Taekwondo ITF is with glove. And I think right now they use the
headgear.
Protection. Yeah.
And you said they stopped you doing elbows?
You can use it under your dobok. We call dobok. We call gi and jiu-jitsu. We call dobok on Taekwondo.
Gotcha.
You can use it. Depend the rules. The rules change all the time.
That's what I was saying. I noticed you said that.
And
that
the
rules
other
are
is like WFT or something like that. WTF, right? They use the chest cover, and they have the sensor, and then you kick right here, and then the point is on the screen. So it's different. They don't use glove, they don't use protection, and the feet.
Nothing.
Yes, but they don't.
But they have
They can punch the face, and the ITF you can punch in the face. And the other federation you cannot.
Got you.
That's the difference.
How do you feel about that stuff? Like with the rule changes and stuff like that, do you think it's good or do you think it's too much?
I think there are so many big master. They study a lot, and then if they changes, it's for something.
It's for something.
I trust them.
But you know how sometimes they try to make it too safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The most important for
sure.
For the competitor,
yes,
is to protect the other people.
But at the same time, we're fighting.
At the same time, you fight. Yes.
So it's kind of hard. Sometimes you may make it too.
I remember one day, it was the Russia, I guess, and yes, I was coaching my student. He won the first one. He won the second. He won the first one to the Russian world champ. That guy was world champ. He was from Russia, and my student, he beat him in the first fight.
He beat him or he bit him?
He beat him.
Oh, he beat him. Okay.
And then
I thought you said he bit him.
The second one.
That was Mike Tyson.
Yeah. The second one, he won again, and then he was for the third one. And I said, please don't punch this guy in the face. Okay, they're gonna disqualify. Okay, don't punch the face. He said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then the referee said, let's go, start it. And then he punched the face, and he put a sleep to the guy.
Oh, man.
He was disqualified. He could be twice, world champ again.
Really?
And he lost.
Hey, it was probably entertaining, though.
Yeah. It is. But,
well, okay, so you
but
do
we
that?
had the rules.
I get that. I know. I'm just playing.
We had the rules. So
you're going around, you're doing that. How long did you do that for? How long did you coach for Argentina?
For our team, it was maybe 5 years, maybe 6 years.
Okay.
I think so. I don't remember exactly.
Was that fun traveling around the world?
But coach, you can be coach for your student or for division, like your division. I'm going to be your coach. You're going to be individual on the world champ. And you're going to be you can be in the team. I can be coach individual, or I can be coach for my team.
Gotcha.
I was coach for my team, and at the same time, and when I finished, I started to be coach for individuals. Yeah, competitor. Yes.
Did you ever get burned out traveling that much?
No.
You liked it?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it. I would like to keep doing, but the life changes so much.
Right. Yeah, because I'm sure you've been all over the world.
Yeah.
That's
I was Croatia, Russia, I don't know, England, Canada,
Really?
I don't remember. It's like French, Italy. I don't know, man. It was too much.
Everywhere.
Spain, Chile, Brazil. I don't know where more. It was
Sounds
a
like
lot.
everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah, it was a lot.
That's cool though, man, because a
yeah.
lot of people don't get to travel like that. You know, that's neat. You got to see a lot of different cultures, a lot of different places. You know, the way people live. You know, that's neat. You know, and all through Taekwondo.
Yeah.
Something you love.
Yeah.
I think that's really neat. So after you got out of Taekwondo, right?
We want to talk about jiu-jitsu, right?
You got into jiu-jitsu, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. We were talking about this off camera earlier. You got into jiu-jitsu later in life, right? You said you were about 37 when you got into jiu-jitsu,
yes, sir.
right?
Yeah.
Which some would think, oh man, that's late. That's late to get into jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
But look at you now.
But it never's late.
Yeah. And
at the same time,
that's what I try to tell people.
Late.
It's never late.
Depends what is your goal.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Okay, now I want to tell you this story.
Yeah. Tell me.
Okay. So what was the point when I was training Taekwondo I was training for so long, and I feel that I am really good fighter on my mind. You know, it's not because I said, because people said,
right?
It's because the government said.
Yeah, and you competed, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
And I won, 5-time national champ, Pan American champ. And I know I was okay, and my confidence was so high.
Right.
And I said, okay, man, I can fight with everybody, everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But one day, one guy, he came to see me. He said, hey, hi, my name is Gustavo at the time, and I know that you are a good fighter, something like that. People recommend me to talk with you, and you can help me with the striking because I would like to fight MMA. And we started to talk, and he told me I am a blue belt on jiu-jitsu. And I said, okay, yeah, I love to do that,
Did you know what jiu-jitsu was at the time?
No, I didn't know.
Really?
Nothing.
That's crazy.
I heard something about MMA.
What year was this?
I don't know.
90s? 2000s?
I don't know. I don't remember exactly. It was before I'm starting jiu-jitsu. Maybe 22 years ago, maybe 23 years ago.
Yeah, so around late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah. So, and then I said, okay, and I start to help him with the striking. He was really good because he was training boxing, Kempo. He was black belt in Kempo, and he was at that time blue belt in jiu-jitsu. And he said, I can show you a couple of techniques if you want. And I said, okay, let me see. And then I start to feel the power of jiu-jitsu. I start to see that somebody that maybe has the same level than me as striker, he can take me down because maybe he's good, fighting and striking. At the same time, he is good on the ground.
Yeah.
What happened is somebody take me down. That made me think about.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't matter how long are you training Taekwondo or whatever martial art. If somebody take you down, you are in trouble.
It's a scary thought too.
Yeah, and
somebody
then,
on top of you.
And then I have started jiu-jitsu, little by little. But at the same time, I was engaged with the Taekwondo so much, it was hard for me to start to
break away.
Yeah. So, and I started jiu-jitsu little by little. And then it was 1 week, 1 day a week, and then 2 days a week, and then every day. I try, hey, do you want to try jiu-jitsu? Do you want to try jiu-jitsu? And then...
Where were you training at when you first started?
When I first started, I started with... he was kind of my friend at the time. I didn't see him for so long. I started with Martin Manso and Gustavo Gomez. They were a student directly from Rilion Gracie.
Oh, okay.
Rilion Gracie is Helio Gracie's son.
Oh, okay.
He's a Rilion Gracie and Rilion Gracie brother.
Okay.
So they are Gracie Umaita
Mm.
at that time. We call Gracie Umaita. I think maybe you call
Yeah, Humaida.
Gracie Umaita,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, and then, yeah, it was really good. I was training there for, I guess, 10 years or maybe 11 years. I was brown belt with 2 stripes, something like that.
Mm.
It was kind of close to my black belt. I think so, because it was 10 years, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
But, for different reasons, I start to work on New York. I start to go back and forth to my country in New York, back and forth to Florida. And then, okay, one day I met Marcelo Garcia Academy and I start to train there. And before to start with Marcelo, I talked with this guy, who was my coach on my coaches at that time. I said, guys, I think thank you for everything. It was a really good time for me.
Mm-hmm.
But, sometimes the life changes. I have my work right now on New York. I had to go to New York, kind of every year, maybe 3 times, maybe more. And then I would like to start to train with Marcelo, and everything was okay. And then after that, I talked with Marcelo.
Mm.
Marcelo, I would like to. It was like different things, I had to. He said, okay, yeah, you can come and train anytime, But go to my website, put your name, and send the,
Yeah. Sign up for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As student, as association. After maybe 6 months, something like that, I was waiting. And on my mind was, okay, he's going to say no. And one day, I saw my email. He said, welcome to be part. We are so happy that you are part of our team.
It took 6 months?
Yes.
So not anybody can just...
To replay my email.
So not anybody can just join?
No.
You have to be accepted?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Even I remember one day, one guy from Argentina, he called me. He said, hi, Professor, I would like to start to train with you because I would like to start under Marcelo Garcia, And I said, man, you are brown belt with 4 stripes. I am brown belt with 2 stripes.
And he never got...
and how can I be your professor if you are more advanced than me?
Yeah.
He said, I don't care. And I said, okay, that's the point.
Really?
How I could be part of Marcelo Garcia Academy, you had to go to New York and talk with him.
Yeah.
And then after maybe 2 weeks, he called me. I am in New York. I want to see Marcelo today. I want to call you later. And I say, okay, I'm happy for you. And after 2 hours, with the class finished, he called me. I talked with Marcelo today. Oh, I'm glad for you. He talked to me. He said, you had to go Argentina and talk with Jorge.
Oh.
Because Jorge represent Marcelo Garcia Academy in Argentina.
Nice.
You had to talk with him. And I said, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I mean, I know that I represent Marcelo, but I didn't know that he had to be under me, no under Marcelo. And Marcelo, he told me, he's going to be your students, not my student. You are my student.
But they were going to train in New York with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that Marcelo's only gym? Is in New York?
Yes.
That you know of, okay.
That I know. He has his own academy in New York, right? But he has association around the world.
Oh, okay.
I was an association, Marcelo Garcia Association at that time,
Oh, okay.
So that was the point, So, like I said, I started in Gracie with my dad, and then after maybe 10 years, I moved to Marcelo Garcia Academy. I started to train with him. I was brown belt 2 stripe at that time. And I said, Marcelo, I am brown belt 2 stripe. And he said, okay, congratulations. Okay, you had to come to train. Okay, let me see what you got.
Yeah.
And then after 5 year, he called me and he gave me my black belt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
5 years?
Yes, but in jiu-jitsu, you start to train after that. I am talking about at that time. Okay, after 6 months, you can get one stripe. After 6 months, you're gonna get another stripe, right?
That's what I heard. I heard a long time ago it was very hard
Yeah.
to get belts.
And then I remember it was 1.5 years that I was training there. Go to Argentina, go to New York. Argentina, go to New York and train. And then it was like a promotion ceremony. And I was there.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, a lot of people came from different country. Sometimes it's really hard for them to came here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad for that. And I saw my wife, Vilma, and I said, get ready for a camera. My first ride from Marcelo's coming.
Yeah.
You know, because we were talking something like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I put my gi, I prepare. And he said, okay, guys, thank you, everybody. See you tomorrow for the class, no-gi class.
Oh, shit.
And I remember I was like, you know. It was for nothing.
Yeah.
You know. And then it made me feel more respect for him.
Because he doesn't just hand them out.
Yes, he doesn't care. You came from Argentina, whatever. You had to stay there. He want to see you. You want to get your black belt? Okay, come here. Let me see you.
So did you decide to live there at some point?
Or
no. Still go back and forth?
Yeah. I'm still. Yeah. I'm still.
Mm.
But every time that I was there, it was like train in the morning, train in the, you know, in the middle of the day and the night. And I tried to take every class, you know.
How long would you stay there on your trips?
Oh, man, I don't know. It was like, I remember one day we were there 1 month and I said, okay, we had to go home, you know, to work. And then we went to Argentina. We back to Argentina. And then I said, after 2 weeks, Vilma, I want to go back to New York, you know. Okay, buy a ticket. Go to New York. And then I started to go there. And one day, I remember Marcelo said, one day it's going to be your day. You just have to be there. And that was one day, was my day. And he called me and he gave me the black belt.
That's awesome.
It was kind of dream come true.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, for me, a dream come true was when he said, you can be part of my student, you know, my team.
Yeah, but to get a black belt from Marcelo Garcia,
yeah,
I mean,
that's his belt.
Not too many people can say that.
Yeah.
So that's amazing.
I got my first stripe and then my second one.
Uh-huh.
And then I got fourth stripe, you know. And then after that, after 5 years, I got my black belt.
That's awesome.
From Marcelo. That was maybe 10 years ago.
How did you... 10 years?
I mean, I was 10 years training with Marcelo.
Mm-hmm.
But I got my black belt. The black belt was 4, 5, 6, something like that, years ago.
How did you feel when you first joined his gym as a brown belt with 2 stripes? Did you feel like you were compared to his students at that level? Yes.
What I saw was our style was different.
Ah, okay.
You know, it was different. I can't say this is better than this one. Mm-hmm. I can say I feel more comfortable right here than right here. Or I like more that kind of technique because, for example, in my case, I have so many problems on my knees. Mm. And then I can now sit down and try to roll, you know, with a city guard. Mm. And I don't need to, I can't take somebody down. As soon as the match started, I sit down, you know. Obviously, you have self-defense. You have to do, you know, self-defense. Or train for self-defense, you want to start on your feet. You know, but it's different technique.
Is that how Marcelo Garcia did his? Did he do self-defense and sport? He
has people teaching self-defense, yeah, for sure.
Do you feel like that's something that should be more implemented? Is self-defense for jiu-jitsu? Instead of, you know how a lot of gyms gear towards more just sport.
Yes.
for jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Do you think there should be more of a balance? Kind of how we do at our gym?
Yeah, but
self-defense and...
yeah, that's just the opinion, that's
Mhm.
just different. Right now, a lot of people just like to do no gi,
Right.
and a lot of people like to do just gi. Marcelo said you had to be 50-50.
Yeah. No, but I mean, self-defense wise.
But at the same time, you want to complete the circle, my opinion, you had to do gi, no gi, self-defense, and competition.
Right. Right.
This is my opinion.
Yeah.
You want to be focused in competition. It doesn't mean that you cannot do self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
You can go in the morning, train self-defense, couple technique, drill, and then you can go later and train for competition.
Right.
You know, and you can use technique that you can learn from self-defense and the competition, and you can use technique that you can use in competition for self-defense.
Right.
That's just, like I said, my opinion.
I just feel that, and I've really enjoyed at Rilion, at our gym, that they've been implementing more self-defense scenarios, or the punch or the grab or the kicks, because my thing is, and a lot of people will say this as well, when jiu-jitsu, when it comes into a street scenario, when it comes to actual fighting, you're not going to pull guard. You're not going to do some of the things you would do in a tournament.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have that balance so you're more conscious of, I don't want to be on the floor in the street, or I don't want to be in this. I don't want to sit in half guard in a fight, stuff like that, that it's nice to have that balance. So, for both scenarios, what works.
100%. I agree with you. Yeah.
So I like,
even I was, one day we were with Vilma to Miami, and then I didn't know that Rilion was there teaching in Rilion Gracie Academy at that time. So we were to the Valente brothers, and Valente brothers, they just teach for self-defense. They don't compete at all, and
Why?
I decided to go there. I want to learn self-defense. Let me see. And then I was there. I was so excited, and I really love it. Even right now, I like a lot, self-defense. For me, as coach, I think the jiu-jitsu is a martial art, and then it's a sport, gi or no gi. And then people choose sometime for MMA.
Yeah.
That's just what I think. But even being Marcelo Garcia's student, that he is, famous as competitor and coach, I never saw Marcelo doing self-defense. I'm pretty sure he knows everything, for sure. He has black belt teaching self-defense, I don't know now, but at the time that I was in New York training there, I saw people teaching self-defense,
right.
For white belt. So I think that the self-defense is very, very important.
And they would just do it just for white belts?
Because it's very important for you,
yeah.
Because maybe you later is going to get your black belt, you can get your black belt, and you're going to start to teach. You can teach for kids, you can teach for women. What happens if somebody take the woman, something like the t-shirt or whatever, they need to know how to break the grip, how you can push and take the distance, how you can avoid that somebody can get close to you, or maybe you need to close the distance and put the people on the ground. The kid, the kid had to learn how he can avoid the people can, grab your neck, take your wrist, take your arm, whatever, take your back, and how you can take down.
Control.
Yes. Yeah. Like I said, it's hard to go to the street and play, X-guard, right?
Right.
So you need to learn everything. That's just my opinion. Everything that you can try. That is the reason why this is very, very important. The name of your academy. I saw you guys. Rilion Gracie is coming soon. I don't remember exactly, but I guess it's maybe in 2 weeks on.
The end of July, somewhere around.
Yeah. So, guy, you had to be there. He's a big, big name.
Yeah.
Carlos Gracie, it was the first person that was learning jiu-jitsu from Kandekoma. Rilion Gracie is Carlos Gracie's son.
Right.
You know, he was coaching Roger Gracie, one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
You know,
which they don't talk about Carlos Gracie as much, I feel like.
Who?
In the whole Gracie sphere, it's more of Hickson and Hoyler,
Hickson, Hoyler.
Yeah.
They came from the Helio Gracie family. You know, like Gracie family from Helio Gracie. And Carlos Gracie, it was like Rilion Gracie father, you know. Mm-hmm. So it was the family, but at the same time, it was kind of Rilion Gracie on one side and then Helio Gracie on the other one. But I don't know exactly what happened with, because it's the family is so big.
I heard they're coming out with a documentary for Rilion, so.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be good.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
So I've seen some trailers, some clips. I think John shared them too before on YouTube.
Oh,
so they have like little clips and stuff like that they've been releasing. But yeah, I'd like to learn more. You know, the Gracie family is very interesting.
Yeah,
you know?
But I saw so many different opinion about. You know, I want to talk about what I saw, and I don't care about, you know, so many different opinion because you are on this side, you want to talk, you are on the other side.
Right.
I don't care. I love jiu-jitsu. Mm-hmm. I like jiu-jitsu so much. Mm-hmm. You know, I like jiu-jitsu from Helio Gracie. I like jiu-jitsu from Carlos Gracie, from Rilion Gracie, from Marcelo Garcia, from, you know, I love jiu-jitsu. You know, I think about jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I try to put the other thing on the side, you know. Right. I just try to be focused on technique and jiu-jitsu. I like to learn from everybody, you know. I like to ask, show me that technique, show me this. What do you think about this, about that? You know, I like to learn jiu-jitsu, you know.
There's a couple of questions that I want to ask you. Just common things I hear in the gym and stuff like that for people who are just getting into jiu-jitsu or even guys that have been training for a while. You've been training jiu-jitsu for a long time. Balance between life and jiu-jitsu. What do you think? Does it vary from person to person, situation to situation? What do you feel like is enough training for a person?
Okay.
In order to, I guess it depends on their goal.
Yes.
But let's just say a normal person that likes to train jiu-jitsu. Okay. What do you feel like?
But again, you know, you can't avoid, you know, things like depend what is your goal.
Yeah.
Because you think like, oh, I was thinking about to learn some self-defense because I would like to train self-defense. A lot of people can I see, oh, I saw some jiu-jitsu and MMA. I love it. I would like to train to fight on MMA because I am kickboxer or I am Taekwondo practitioner or whatever. And you see, oh, I like jiu-jitsu. I want to do this. And depend what is your goal. But you want to train jiu-jitsu as a regular person,
which a majority
of
people are.
Is your hobby.
Yeah.
You can go, my opinion, 3 times a week. It's okay.
It's good. Yeah.
It's good. It's enough. My opinion. Mm-hmm. You want to be a world champ, you have to train every day.
Right.
Twice or maybe 3 times a day. More right now. Because right now the competition is,
it's crazy.
Tough.
Yeah.
You know, it's tough.
Yeah, very.
So what I can recommend is you have the goal, you want to be world champ. It doesn't matter. How old are you, Gabriel?
32.
32. You want to be world champ. You can be world champ, master. You know, maybe you can get your blue belt and you can be focused and you can say, okay, all this year is going to train twice a day and I'm going to put all my energy just in jiu-jitsu and I'm going to go there, learn and train every day. Spend time on the mat and go and compete.
Maybe not me, but maybe
But
somebody else who's
yeah,
32.
but maybe that's just what
It's
I
because
mean.
it's not that I don't dream of achieving that goal. I would love that. I fell in love with jiu-jitsu. It's been amazing to me. It's given me benefits and given me a lot of things that have helped me even in my own personal life. Being humble, confidence, exerting energy, clearing my mind when I'm
Yeah,
on the mats. That'll help me focus more in my personal life,
yeah,
handle situations a lot better, rather than reacting off of emotions and stuff
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's been a beautiful thing to me. Would I love that? Yeah. But realistically, I know having 2 kids, a wife, a family, a job,
Yeah,
other
yeah.
hobbies, realistically, I know that it's probably not in the cards for me. So I'm more of look at it, and I feel like a majority of people are practitioners. So you saying that 3 days is adequate enough, and I believe so too, because just off of my own, which is very small compared to you, but 3 days, I do about 3, maybe 4, and I feel good. I feel,
Four is really good.
yeah, I
You can
feel,
compete
yeah,
with training
yeah,
for a day and really with training
yeah.
and focus.
Hmm.
You can compete for sure.
What do you mean focus?
But when I
Whenever,
say focus,
yeah,
is you cannot say, oh, today I want to see a soccer game. I want to stay home. Oh, I want to see today a movie.
gotcha.
Because I feel tired.
But what about,
It's
yeah,
easy to go to the academy to train when you feel good, when you are happy.
right,
What happens when you are like this and you don't have too much energy? Maybe you didn't sleep very well last night. Oh no, I don't want to train today. You are not focused. It doesn't matter you are tired or whatever. You have 2 kids, you
yeah,
have family. You had to train. You have on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. You had to train,
right,
no matter what.
right.
That's just be focused.
That's the focus.
Yeah.
What about when you're at class,
Like what?
being focused?
For example.
Yeah, like what do you recommend? Because you know how some people, and I'm guilty of this too,
Yep.
you show up to class, you just go through the motions. You don't really give it your all.
Okay.
What do you recommend when you're at class? What should you be doing?
What I try to do is to think about just jiu-jitsu. I'm gonna go
Mhm.
there and let me think about this technique, or I try to stay on bottom and okay, today just wanna defense. I wanna try to defense. That's the point.
But even drilling wise, like when you're going around and you're watching us as a
Yeah.
coach, I'm sure you see some people drilling and paying attention and
Yep.
being focused. Like I said, I'm guilty too. I like to play around sometimes too much.
I got
So
you.
when you're saying
I
being
got you.
focused, also probably on the mats as well. Like when you're drilling, you need to be detailed and
Exactly.
focusing on
Yeah, when I say
transition to
focus, you
transition.
had
Yeah.
different way that you can
Hmm.
see or understand
Hmm.
the concept. When I say focus to compete, is nothing had to change your mind. Anything, nothing. You just focus on and compete, and then you're gonna be, you had to take care your food. You had to drink water. You had, do everything. Go to the academy, train, and the other thing when you are focused for competition or now for competition, you have to be focused in the class. The class is just 1 hour.
Hmm.
You have to pay attention because later you want to say, oh, I tried to do this but it doesn't work. No, maybe something wrong,
Right.
or maybe the other person he moved a little bit faster than you and you didn't respond because you didn't pay attention.
Right.
But at the same time, maybe the other person is better than you. You have to try to better yourself every day.
Yeah.
Because when you go to the academy, maybe you want to train with some black belt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Some.
And you want to tap.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how old are you
Yeah.
and
Right.
how old is the other person. It's everything about technique,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I agree.
But I do believe that the age is something very important too. You know, right now for me, I can go to the academy, be focused and train or be coach. I think I had to try to take care of my body right now. You know, my focus is as coach. Even a couple years ago, I used to roll so hard. You know, right now I don't feel that fire inside of me. You know, I feel like, okay, I want to be coach. I am so happy when I see you try one technique that I teach you. You know, and then I saw people in the academy try to do technique that I was teaching last class, and then that made me feel happy.
Yeah.
You know, because right now I had to take care of my body. I can roll one day. It's hard to me to recover my body. You know, I had to wait maybe 2 days and start again and try. You know, I had to say, okay, I can roll with you. I can roll with you. Today I can roll with you. You know, but sometimes even it's hard to roll with a white belt because they don't know and they can hurt you.
Yeah.
Because they don't know.
Especially some of the young, strong, athletic, younger guys,
They don't think about you are 57, you have problem in your knee, your neck, your back, whatever. They see a black belt and they gonna against you, you know.
Yep.
But it's okay. You are black belt. You have to shut up, go there, do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't complain. You can't complain. You are black belt. You stay there. Don't complain and roll. It doesn't matter. It's white belt, big guy, you know, small guy, brown belt, competitor. You have to stay there. Don't complain and play jiu-jitsu. Do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You know?
I've been noticing a lot lately, you know, I like to roll hard. You know, me and Logan like to go.
Who is Logan? I'm sorry.
You don't know who Logan is, yeah. We call him the Red Llama sometimes.
Yeah.
But he, you know, we like to go, you know, have our little battles and stuff like that. Other guys in the gym too are really good as well. And what I've been noticing more is I like those rolls because it feels good. It hurts sometimes, but it feels good to get that energy out.
You know what? Sorry, but you hurt is part of the sport. Even you play soccer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You wanna go and fight for a ball? It's gonna be hard.
I completely agree.
And, you know, basketball or, you know, football.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, I completely agree. And you know me, I don't shy away from hurt. That don't bother me.
I know.
My thing is,
tell me about it.
My thing is that I've noticed slowing down and trying to like more flow when we roll.
I don't think so.
So I do with some people, not with everybody. I know. I've been working on it. But I notice I see things better. And I get put in positions that normally I wouldn't be put in. And it's been benefiting me a lot, you know, by trying to get out of those situations, you know. And I've also been watching, you know, John has explained to me, you have said it, other people have said it as well. I also have seen like John Donaher talk about, I see how they roll at New Wave, very slow, you know, working more on technique, observing what they're doing, what they need to correct. I'm really trying to implement that a lot more now because I see the benefits. It's just hard to balance because I also want to go hard too. You know what I mean? I try to do a couple of each.
Yeah,
you know?
That's hard for everybody, you know, because a lot of people say, we want to roll, we can flow today. And then the first push, they're going to go hard.
Yeah,
and then
it's on.
Man, we want to flow, right? But he came hard. I want to go hard too. And then you start to go hard. What happened? You had to trust on your training partner.
Right.
You don't have to think about submit. You had to think about flow and try the technique and control more than submit.
Right.
You think about submit. You want to try to get my arm. I want to push you. You know, I want to try to get out from there. And then when I start to yank my arm, you want to come on top, or he came on top. I want to try take him down, and then that's the point. If you
Mhm.
want to flow, you have to flow. It doesn't matter that the person is in your back, you have to try to get out and keep flowing. And he had to give the opportunity to get out because you are doing your technique in the right way.
Mhm.
When you try to escape, if he starts to go tie, 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 the running changes. That's just what I think,
I see.
Even I learned from somebody, man, I don't remember who it was. He said, you want to flow? Okay, you can flow 5 minutes. No submission at all.
Okay.
You can,
Position to
it's
position.
like I said, sometimes with the leg lock. When you connect your hand, release, start again. Connect your hand, release, start again. You don't have to try to break the leg or your
Right.
training partner.
Right.
No, now, because you had to get ready. You had to get ready your mind, your body. You had to learn exactly the technique,
Well, know the
So-
technique and the defense, or the attack and the defense.
Yes, yes.
If you only know the attack, then what's the point?
Yeah.
Then
The point about the when you're training hard, if you want to flow, you have to flow, and your training partner as well, right?
Yeah.
You want to go hard, you have to say, okay, man, we want to go hard today. And then you have to go hard because in the street, the fight is hard. When you go to compete, the competition is really hard. And then you cannot flow every class and you cannot go hard every class. Even I heard from people, world champ, they say, I go hard every class. But I saw him flowing. So I think it's good.
There's a balance.
It's the balance, And then what is the point? The coach had to say, like I told you guys many times, you're going to train with somebody this smaller than you, and maybe it's a new guy, you can't go hard with him. You have to help him. When you had to roll train with Logan, you told Logan, right? You can go hard with him because you know him. You have very good relationship.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you tap or you can make him tap.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
And I trust him.
Yes,
I trust
exactly.
that he's not going to try to hurt me.
And yes, at the same time, the coach had to see, okay, hey, you had to go slow. He's a new guy, or you are training with a girl. You had to take care of that.
Yeah.
You had to roll hard with him. He's the same age than you, the same, weight than you. You can go hard, and you had a very good relationship, training hard.
Yeah.
So if you are white belt and you want to train with the purple belt, he's a good guy. You can say, okay, we can go hard.
Yeah.
Okay, you go hard. You can. You have to. You want to compete. You want to be good in the martial art on jiu-jitsu. You have to train hard.
Yeah. Right.
It is what it is. It's part of the martial art of the sport.
Speaking of competition, since we're talking about that a lot, I recommend to all the guys at the gym that they should at least compete once, and I get it, that some of them just want to come do jiu-jitsu and that's it, just practice. And I have no problems with that, but I think everyone should at least experience it one time.
Yeah.
Just one time.
Yes, one time. But, everybody is different,
I know. I understand.
I respect the people that don't like to compete. Even when I was young, I competed a lot, my whole life. I started my first tournament when I was 11 years old, and I compete for my whole life. And then one day I say I quit because my knee, my neck, and everything. I want to try to be the best coach that I can. That was my, I tried to change because one day you had to decide, okay, it was enough for me,
right?
So, and then I respect people that they go and train because what was the challenge for that people to go to the academy, to prepare the backpack and put the gi, or go without gi and say, this is my first day, I would like to start jiu-jitsu. He won. He's a world champ. Because he was scared to be there with the tough guy.
Mm.
He said, I want to go there. And I saw even kids, like tiny kids, they are there. Okay, I would like to learn jiu-jitsu. And then you go, hey, come with me. Oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, when the people decided to go to the academy, that is the challenge, the first challenge. When you are a competitor, the first challenge for you is the last night before to compete. When you go to sleep and you start to think.
Yeah.
Okay, what will I do tomorrow? What I have to do? Your stomach, everything. You are a champ.
Yeah.
For me, that's my opinion. When you compete, maybe you have 20 tournaments. Gabriel, you have to be champ. Go there, go hard, be focused on technique. You have to beat this guy. Ready? I'm going to be on your back. Mm-hmm. Let's go. Because the first step, you did it before.
Yeah.
But for me, the people that go there and train because it's a hobby and he feel good, he like to see the competition, but he doesn't want to compete, that is okay.
No, and I think it's fine. I'm not saying it's not.
But I think that it's a good idea that everybody compete at least once. To be able to see and feel what is,
it's a different experience.
Yes, it's totally different. Yeah. I agree with you.
Very different. Even from open mat is different. You know? And open mat is nice because you can train with people from other gyms or people that normally you don't see. That's nice, but that competition is everybody's there watching you, and it's not even a lot of people compared to but it's still 100, maybe 150 people around.
I think the point is when you face the other guy.
That's what I'm saying. Them. Yeah,
nobody else.
Yeah, but everybody's watching.
Come, yeah.
So it's intense. You've got lights. You got the ref. You got You've never done this before.
You can imagine how hard it is to fight in MMA.
Total respect.
Oh my gosh.
Total respect.
Yeah.
And that's why.
Because people like to talk,
But that's what I believe, that at least people should do it once. So when you do watch an MMA fight, you go, oh, that's insane.
It is.
Because look how scared for a small jiu-jitsu match, a little tournament, how nerve-wracking that can be compared to something where, UFC,
Yeah, you know what? Even one of
or not even UFC, even just a small MMA fight here local,
Yeah.
Completely different ball game, You give respect,
Yeah, I remember when I saw Royce Gracie, my first time that I saw him, and MMA, and yes, UFC. It was Ultimate Fight Championship, something like that. Mm-hmm. That it was, and that is UFC right now.
Yeah.
And I saw him with Ken Shamrock, and he pull guard, and he control, and Helio Gracie started to talk to Royce. I don't know what he said, and Royce said, I'm okay. And then he opened his hand, and then he punched the face, the ear, and he controlled. And Ken Shamrock was like a beast.
Yeah, he's
like
big.
So big, muscle everywhere. And then I saw the Royce Gracie. He was like peace, You can see peace in the face. Like, I'm okay. I am a close guard, I'm here. And then on my mind was, I would like to do the same thing, to be, with peace, even in that position. Even when you have somebody bigger than you.
Right.
How can I do that? Train jiu-jitsu. Mm-hmm. Start to train jiu-jitsu. And then you can control bigger people than you, stronger people than you, with the technique. That's not going to be easy. That's going to take a lot of time. But one day you had to do your first step. Right?
Yep.
So I remember my student from Taekwondo, he told me like, oh, professor, why you put your white belt? You are black belt. You are a coach for our country. Why you put your white belt? Because I am black belt in Taekwondo, not in Jiu-Jitsu. I don't know anything about Jiu-Jitsu. And I would like to learn because I love martial art.
Yeah.
And then I put my white belt. I was in the end of the line. Mm-hmm. And then after a couple of years, I got my black belt. you know. But I tap so many times.
Yeah.
That's the only way that you can learn. When you tap, you learn. You don't have
Yeah.
to get mad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, okay, he got me. Okay, how can I do that? You know? And you can ask your coach.
Mm-hmm.
He got me like this. What is the, you know, what was wrong? You know, what I did in the wrong way.
Yeah.
You know?
What should I do in that situation next
exactly.
time? Yeah. What do you think we should do? Or what do you think we can do? Jiu-jitsu's currently growing bigger and bigger and bigger. But my thought has always been, I don't know how people don't see these gyms around Kansas City and people aren't just signing up, you know, because how beneficial it is. You show up, you burn a lot of calories, you lose a lot of weight, you get to have fun, you learn defense, you know, self-defense, you make friends. It's only an hour and a half maybe of your day. You only go 3 times a week. That's it. You know, it's not that expensive. Why aren't people coming to these gyms and signing up? Everybody, you know.
We had to go to the street and call somebody. They don't train and ask the question.
No, but have you thought of that? Like how people,
I thought,
because you see how beautiful the art is, and you see how beneficial it's been for you.
Even you know, with my friend, with friends of mine, I said, hey, you had to start to train jiu-jitsu, you know, to have fun, because sometimes people think that, oh no, this is really hard. When you talk about jiu-jitsu, people, they don't know, they think about MMA.
Right.
I want to stay there if somebody punch my face. You know, you had to go to learn. Nobody's going to hurt you.
Right.
You know, you had to go there. And I said, a lot of people, you had to give the opportunity yourself. Go to the academy just 1 month. If the jiu-jitsu is not for you, you're going to quit.
Right.
But maybe you start to get in love
with
jiu-jitsu.
Try it.
Right?
Yeah.
So go and try it a couple of times. It's very important who is the coach, who is the academy, who is the professor. The professor had to take care of you. That is the first things.
Yeah.
That's just my
Or even
opinion.
the students taking care of the new.
Yes, between you guys.
Yeah, yeah, taking care of the new people.
I all the time talk with you guys. Don't do this, don't do that.
Yeah.
Take care of this, because you want to train tomorrow with your training partner.
Yeah, like I've been in certain positions where I've heard you said, Gabriel, no, and then I'll stop, you know. I have been working on a lot, especially with the newer guys. I try to match energies, but I want them to stay. So I won't try to submit, or maybe I'll only submit once out of a 5-minute roll, or, you know, I take it very light, you know, and because I want them to stay. And because I know if I was to submit them 4 times or 5, whatever, you know, or hurt them, they're not going to come back. You know? And they're gonna leave. They're not gonna come back. They're like, I don't want to do this.
You know what? No, a lot of people think like you.
Yeah.
But
well, I'm learning. I'm learning that.
But people had to think about, you know, like you talk right now. If you hurt somebody, they don't wanna show up anymore. You know, want to say, what is the reason why they are gonna go there and train with this guy? He was training for a year or maybe more. You know, he smashed my face. Why?
Right.
I was there, you know, because the idea was to learn some self-defense, not to people hurt me for the ego, you know.
Right. No, I get
you know. So that's just the point about the coach and professor. The coach and professor had to take care and watch everybody. And sometimes I said, hey, you had to train with him. Do you remember that?
I said, hey, seen that.
Come, you come. Even last class, I told you, you're going to train with him, with Logan.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you've been training with the guy, skin guy, new guy.
Yeah.
And you help.
That was my brother.
Yeah. You help him with the technique in the beginning because he's a new guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know, and I trust you. I didn't know that it was your brother.
Yeah.
And then I saw you teach him, you help him. And then where the start to be hot, the class, I said, hey, Logan, Cam, you have to go with him.
Right.
And I put another guy with him.
No, that makes sense.
You know, that makes sense.
And I trust your judgment as a coach. So
thank you.
I'm going to do, you know, what you want us to do, you know, because I know that you're looking at things that maybe I can't see, you know, because I'm new.
Yeah.
So, you know.
But everything is like it's better for you. You know, sometimes people think like, for
Mhm.
example, Chris. I say Chris, he's a new guy. I want to show you the Americana today, and I want to show him a guillotine, a
Mm.
regular guillotine from the close guard, and then he start to help him, and then after that, when the guy learn and start to do the technique couple time,
Mhm.
I say, okay, Chris, we want to change, and then I put Chris with the other guy to train with the other guy,
Right.
you know, because he was there to train,
Mhm.
you know. And then I talk with the guy. I say, okay, there was enough for you for this class. You don't
Mm.
have to roll. You have to keep coming, and I want to help you every class.
Right.
Today you will training with Chris. Maybe next class with another training partner, or maybe with me. And I want to start to help you little by little. You want to
Mhm.
advance, okay? You're gonna getting better and better.
No, man, Jorge, that's great, man. Like, everything you've said today, I hope a lot of people listen, I mean, because you've been doing this for a long time. You've seen it all pretty much. You've been through it all. I'm sure you've made the mistakes and, everything. You've been through
Oh
everything,
yeah, yeah.
So you've
I'm
learned and
still
yeah,
making mistake.
yeah. But it's cool that you're able to pass that down, now that, you love coaching and, you're doing that. And I'm sure that's a whole different, going from training jujitsu for so long, now you're coaching,
Yeah,
I mean,
this is it's not easy.
yeah,
But one day you had to think, or you had to say, okay, now I had to be
yeah.
focused as coach.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah.
is the reality.
Yeah.
Um, but I think right now I had to do one question to you.
Hmm.
What do you think about my jiu-jitsu classes?
Well, that's what I was going to tell you is that me personally, I'm very appreciative that you're here at Helion. I've always told John, I've told the other guys, I love how detailed you are, how you explain things, the way you direct everybody, from what you see. It's beneficial to us, so I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I
Thank
do.
you. My pleasure.
Especially the details. That's something that, like, you can show a move. And, all the coaches that have been through Helion have been good. I'm
Yeah.
not taking anything from them. They're all good too. But just speaking to you, since you're on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
show right now, I like how detailed, you are of explaining of what not to do. What if you do this, this will happen. And if you do that, that'll happen. I like that type of stuff. Not just showing the move and that's it,
Yeah.
explaining different scenarios,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
where you could go wrong if you do this. But if you do this right, this is what it could do. And it could lead to this position, or this submission. That's what I think is really
Yeah.
neat. And then how you piece it all together at the end to show move to this.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool to see
Yeah.
at the end. So,
Even you know what? Even because most of you guys there are white belt.
yeah,
And you
majority. Yeah.
yeah. So it's hard to explain advanced technique, advanced.
Mhm.
But at the same time, the jiu-jitsu is go fast
Yeah.
today,
And we have to learn the fundamentals.
Yeah,
I mean,
you have to learn.
we're in the stages where it's not so as flashy Instagram
Yeah,
jiu-jitsu, but it's needed to learn, what we're
yeah.
learning
Even
right
when
now.
I first started to teach and help
Mhm.
the Rilion Gracie Academy,
Mhm.
I'm start to teach basic things,
Mhm.
side control, mount, escape, armbar, detail, and then after that it was, a couple months
Yeah.
before to start to show, a little bit advanced technique and go, and I'm start to see, okay, they can start with this now. Oh, those guys they can do this, and okay, I'm gonna separate the class.
Yeah.
And then you guys wanna do this, and you guys you can do this.
Yeah.
Sometimes there are brown belt or purple belt there, and I don't want to show basic things because I know they know.
Yeah.
And then I show different techniques.
Well, that's what you told yesterday. You're
Yeah.
like, hey, you guys can't use heel hooks yet, but somebody might do it to you. So we're going to show you how it feels, how to set it up,
to be able
defense.
to escape
Yeah,
later,
yeah. Or so you're conscious, like you said, move your feet. Don't leave your feet there because
Yeah,
you're going to grab
exactly.
it. So
Yeah,
I think stuff like that, I think that's awesome because I'm sure, you've been around at other gyms. Some gyms won't even teach that, because they don't You know, either the one, they don't do the leg lock stuff or whatever, any type of foot stuff, or they look at the white belts and they're like, no, they're not ready yet. You know, I think that just tell them now, you know what I mean? And explain it to them. You know?
That's just, I don't like to talk about the different academy, different professor, because everybody has their own books.
Yeah, and that's cool. You know, they can
their
they can
own
run
way
their
to
gyms the
learn,
way they want.
to see the jiu-jitsu or how they learn, and then they teach in the same way.
Right.
But I try to teach things that I think the student needed. Because I know, guys, that you compete no gi.
Yeah.
You go to competition no gi.
Yeah.
You have to know how you can face with the no gi competition.
Yeah.
And then you like to compete with gi. And then it's a lot of work, a lot of technique, and you have to teach specific things, you know, for gi and for no gi. Because you can do this with gi, but it's going to be hard no gi.
Yeah.
You know,
you're right.
That's just, it's different, you know.
Yeah, very different.
But I try my best, you know. I try my best.
With no-gi being the best, right? Come on, what are you, Jorge?
Do you like more gi or no gi?
I like no-gi. I love no-gi. You know this. I say this all the time to you.
You're a wrestler, right?
Huh?
You have background, wrestler background?
No wrestling.
Come on.
I try to act like a wrestler. I have no wrestling background at all. I didn't do any wrestling in high school, nothing. Yeah, I regret it. I should have, but I didn't. No. I'm trying to learn now. Let's do some more wrestling.
You're doing a good job.
Yeah, let's do some more wrestling.
There are a lot of wrestlers in the academy.
Yeah, they are. There was one yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was up there. I can't remember his name, but yeah, I mean, it's fun. I like no-gi. It's more fast-paced, slip out of stuff a lot, you know, easier, I feel like, more explosive, more, I don't know, it's fun. You know, I like, but I also like gi too. I like being able to, using lapels to hold and, pants and stuff like that, all the different chokes and stuff with the lapel, they're both fun. You know, I just happen to like no-gi.
Yeah. Sometimes people say, I don't like gi because people don't wear gi in the street, right?
Well, in the winter.
But it's
wear a jacket.
But the people is not naked on the street, right?
No, for sure.
Yeah, you can use the t-shirt, you can use your own.
Or the jacket.
Yeah.
Some in the wintertime when they have a coat on.
Yeah, you can. You had to learn everything. Gi no gi.
I agree.
Get ready.
Well, that's one thing that I'm happy too is that I'm at this school, because I came from a school that was all no gi, which is great, and I love those guys. Those guys are great. But it's cool doing both now.
Yeah.
And seeing both sides to it, because it's different. Some people like to say that, no gi's not different than gi. And they're different. I think they're very different.
Yeah, it's different. For me, in my opinion, it's different. It's different.
What do I know? I don't know as much as you do. I believe you on that. I feel that way as well. Grips to all sorts of different things.
Yeah, it is.
I know you got to go. You got places to be. I want to thank you for coming on today. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you being our coach at Rilion Gracie. I really do. I know they all do as well. Is there anything that you want to talk about?
No, the only thing that if somebody is watching this video, I don't know, maybe one person,
maybe one or two. Yeah,
that's enough.
That's enough.
Just remind the date the Rilion is coming. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I'll put it up on my stuff. I think it was July.
Because
end of July.
Yes, guys,
July 25th or something like that.
It's very, very important. It's very, very important for you guys. For Master Rilion, for John, obviously.
Yeah.
For the academy, for the team.
Yeah, let me look that up. Let me see what date that is, because I know that's coming up here soon. Hopefully, I'll have this done. Usually, it takes me about a week and a half to get these edited, but I don't know. Did he put something out on social media? Do you know?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know. When I find it, I'll post it, though. I'll post it up there. But I do know it's, I believe it's towards the end of July. So we'll look at that. But yeah, once I find out, I'll put that up. But no, I agree. Yeah, I think it's going to be great. I'm going to be there. I've never met him. So, and I've been at that school since the day they opened. And So I think that's pretty neat. You know, I got to meet a couple of the other guys, Hogan and Homolo and all them. So I think it'll be pretty neat to meet the guy on the wall.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I think
the
it'll
master.
be cool.
You had to say master.
Yeah. Oh, the master.
Yeah.
Maybe coach.
Master. One more thing.
Yeah.
I want to, say thank you, John, Rilion Gracie, Rogan, to give me the opportunity to, to share jiu-jitsu with you guys.
Right.
It's very important for me.
And
I'm so grateful.
Do you have any type of social media stuff going on? I know you do like videos and stuff like that, and I think they're great. The clips that you guys put out, I think they're fantastic.
Kind of my Instagram?
Yeah, like the ones that you put. I'll have your Instagram on.
How is my Instagram?
What do you mean? How is it?
What is?
Oh,
Jorge.
Jorge
Pinto 42.
Yeah.
Follow me, guys.
No, and I'll put it on there too. But I didn't know if you do anything YouTube or anything wise, like for your jiu-jitsu or anything.
Yeah, I have one, but I would like to do something better.
Okay.
And then I want to let you know.
Keep doing the clips though, man. I enjoy the clips. I like seeing when you guys are explaining the moves, or you kind of doing a little bit of rolling and stuff like that. It's pretty neat. So.
Yeah, that my YouTube channel is like Jiu-Jitsu Life, I guess.
Jiu-Jitsu Life? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll add that in there too.
I didn't post video for so long, I want to do that.
Hey.
I would like to have the something like this,
Well, this got built over time because actually on my first episode that I ever released of this episode or of this show, I didn't post another episode until a year later.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I posted one episode and then I don't know. A lot of shit came up. Yeah. And then so I ended up over a year later, I finally started.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I finally started. I just, you know how it is. You post something and then it just, life gets in the way. And so that's what happened. But thank you again. And you're welcome anytime. So.
Okay, thank you and see you in the academy.